All right, my next question to Ananya. Hi, Ananya.
Hi,
Siddharth
Sid. How are
Kananya,
you?
how are you? Congratulations to Team Liger. Round of applause. They've been saying ki Hyderabad, Hyderabad. Show them the power of Mumbai. Come on. So, we saw Charmi's response to what she feels when she looks at Ranveer Singh. So, when Vijay showed his 20-pack abs to you the first time, what was the first thought that came into your mind when you saw that chiseled physique of Vijay?
I was like, hot damn, he's very hot. I think I'm not the only one who thinks that. So I had the same reaction as everyone, whistled a little bit
You want to show us how you whistled at him?
like that.
Wow.
Just last two questions, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap this.
Vijay.
It's
Vijay,
been
For
wonderful.
you. Hi Vijay,
Yes.
Samina here from Times of India.
Yes,
Hi.
Samina.
Hi.
Hi.
The question is to you. In the movie, in the trailer, we see that you have this problem called dysphagia while you're not talking, while trying to speak and all. How was that for you to enact and do something like that? Because it's quite difficult to even there. In the entire trailer launch, we see that that you are having difficulty in speaking and all, and at the same time, you are known as Ligar.
You used a complicated word. I called it stammer. If it's the same
Stammering.
thing, it's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I have a stammer in the film for sure, and that's what made this. It added a whole different layer of humor and incapacity of like somebody who's so strong and he's like visually and like he's so strong and he can fight 100 people but can't even get an I love you out of his mouth. What is his life and how does he do the things he want to do and be successful? So it was a very interesting layer. It was very hard the first 2-3 days. It was really hard, but then once we got it, I just had fun with it and I love it.
Puri sir, Russell,
We have one question,
Puri sir,
ladies and
Russell, you're
gentlemen.
from Bollywood
Vijay.
Live to your left. Puri sir, to your left, to your side. My hand is raised, to your left. To your left. So, Puri sir, my question is to you that you said that you have always been a fan of Masala cinema and you were inspired by Amitabh Bachchan and Dharmendra sir. And we remember clearly you made Buddha Hoga Tera Baap, and it came that tagline, we would love to see Bachchan sir always like this way. So, for Liger, are there any movies of Bachchan, of Dharmendra sir, of any Masala films that you took any kind of inspiration for any scene in particular?
No, not like that. This is completely different story. I didn't pick up anything from the previous movies. It's an action drama. Liger is in it. A love story. And I don't call it as a sport movie, but the MMA is in the backdrop only. Paka commercial movie there. You'll enjoy the movie.
And Vijay, one question for you also.
Yes, sir.
While facing Mike Tyson, we know that man still at this stage can knock out anybody in one punch itself. Any fear, any anxiety? What about the butterflies?
My mom was very worried. She texted everyone in
She
the.
would call me, like before we went to the US for the shoot, his mom would just, Mike Tyson, Amma, be careful, Amma, please. She calls him Chinnu. So, my Chinnu, my Chinnu, you please take care of my Chinnu. She called millions of times, and once we started shooting, I sent her a video of how they were chilling together, laughing together, like as though they are like bachpan ke dost. Mike Tyson and Vijay. Then she's like, okay, fine.
She definitely did like lots of pujas and put lots of vibhuti and
Yes,
kumkum
yes,
on me and
yes,
sent
yes,
me. I
yes.
still got punched though in the shoot, but I'm alive and sitting here and answering questions. So I guess it kind of worked her puja.
Hi,
Apurva sir, you're right. Apurva
this
sir,
is
you're
Nandeep
right.
here.
Aapse-
I have a question. I think recently somebody asked you about being biased on Coffee with Karan here towards your left. Here. You had said it in an interview with me that you don't want indifference. Today, if you see, we are sitting here, I'm sure after going, everybody's going to watch that Coffee with Karan episode that has released today. And that's why it is the #1 show. How do you take this kind of a validation? Because sometimes people do come at you, but at the end of the day, there's so much love that comes your way as well.
I mean, I've learned to take it in my stride. I think, as I said to you in the interview, that I have no problem with hate. I would love the love, but what I have a big problem is indifference. As long as you don't ignore me, I'm fine. I'm fine. You can troll me, you can say what you want, it's your opinion, and I respect all opinions. But I'm really not here to please the world. I'm just here to make sure the world knows me.
At
Apurva
the same
sir-
time, were you happy with the numbers?
Me? I mean, I actually was told by Hotstar, who are my bap of Coffee with Karan, that it had massive numbers on both back-to-back episodes, and we're just grateful that in its 7th season and 18th year, it still has such a wide audience.
I'm sorry, I have a question for Vijay. I have something to say. Actually, there's somebody who asked you a question about South and North, and you said that you want to see a day when there would be no divide. Honestly, even if you go on Wikipedia today, I know everybody's going to say that you're saying it to everybody, but if you go on Wikipedia today, you are an Indian film actor only who primarily works in different language films. You are not a South Indian actor anymore. Nobody is actually, not even a Bollywood film actor. So there is a change in perception. The acceptance that you have towards the trailer shows it for you, Ananya, and the entire team. How do you take this love? Do you feel that the audience doesn't feel that way actually anymore?
I saw that the audience were giving me lots of love for films that I was making in Telugu. They were watching Arjun Reddy on Amazon and showering love. They were watching Dear Comrade on YouTube, dubbed in Hindi, which I don't even approve of the dubbing, and still showing so much love. And they were showing films of mine that did terribly in my own language. They were showing love. So I was like, it's about time I did something in their language, man. When there is this amount of love coming, you need to take 10 steps towards them and make cinema when they're enjoying you and giving you this love. So it did give motivation to do this film, and it's great that that on Wikipedia I'm called an Indian actor, and yeah, those are my thoughts.
We have one last question.
Apurva
That's
sir,
it.
मेरा
Apurva,
सवाल-
you have a question? Yes.
मेरा सवाल आपसे ये था कि आप बहुत ही शांत स्वभाव के दिखते भी हैं भी ऐसे में आपका किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट में कितना इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता है और कितने आसानी से लोग आपको कन्विंस कर लेते हैं कि आप स्ट्रिक्टनेस दिखाते हैं?
Let him answer, please.
No, I am very fortunate that I'm in very good hands. Karan is so creatively strong. I mean, there's not much to do. We have to just look after the back end, and that's easy. And yeah, so it's not too difficult. I think his.
I really want to speak about Apurva. He is our strength. Yes, of course, Karan is our everything. But Apurva, he made sure that this film does not go to OTT and it comes to theaters first. And he stood strong with us as much as we believed in Liger being a theatrical film. He and Karan, they both believed in us. And they stood strong with us all through pandemic. And they were like, no, ये theater whistle वाली picture है और ये theater में ही आएगी. And I'm very, very thankful and grateful to you guys.
विजय आपके सोशल मीडिया
Sorry, this will have to be this. This gentleman has one last question that we have to call this an evening.
My name is Sohail and I'm from Indian Bollywood.
Yeah, that will be the last question.
And, yeah, congratulations to the entire team. The trailer is fantastic. विजय मैं आपसे जानना चाहूँगा जिस तरह की फिल्म इतनी चर्चा में थी आपका जो हेयर स्टाइल था वो भी बहुत चर्चा में था like I think so कि even Ananya and everyone going to agree on that thing. When you had a haircut, like how much emotional
वो बाल मैंने
that
बचा
thing
के
was,
रखे हैं.
हाँ, मैं वही पूछना चाह रहा हूँ.
Auction करूँगी.
Can I hear the other question also? Karan said it's the last question. I'll pick what to answer. I know. What's the question? क्या? Oh shit! Yeah, hair. बहुत अच्छा लगा hair.
How much emotional you were, like I think you had stayed for such a long time with the long hair, and I think so even the girls were crazy.
Hair
about
keeps
it.
growing. There's no emotion.
I know, but then
I cut it. It will grow in 2 months.
All right. He has. The good thing is that he has hair, which is always a rarity.
Yeah. Ananya, we have seen you.
And
like,
secondly,
you
hello.
Happy.
Hello, lovely. It's lovely. These questions are fantastic.
Ananya,
but we'll have to call this. We're going to be doing several media interactions, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an absolute pleasure. Again, big thank you to Ranveer Singh and to all of you for showing up.
Thank you, guys.
And Ranveer, just sparkle all your energy on Liger and then just see. Vaat laga denge.
Ranveer, we need a picture with you.
All right, can everybody, the illustrious members of this gang on stage, pose for a photo op? Photo op. Thank you. Kampuri sir.
ऊपर 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 यहाँ पे पीछे 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 प्लीज यहाँ पे ब्लॉक